Hello there everybody, it's wee Paddy from across the shuck. Now, I've had quite a few requests recently since I've been doing the wee sharpening videos. People wanted to know about my stropping, how I strop. Well, I'm a great advocate, as you know, for stropping. Keep stropping, 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 rather than sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. It just makes your blades last longer. It's a more pleasurable thing to do because you just relax sitting in the chair. Normally that's where I do mine. So I have three different strops and I don't particularly have a favourite. I really just don't have a favourite, but here's what I have. At my desk here where I'm sitting, where I would do my big sharpenings right beside the sink and whatever, I have this one which is a knife strop. What is it now? Knives plus strop block. One that I got off Jeff Jewell. I love this. It's such a smooth. It's already got green compound in it. And it's just ready to go as soon as you get it. Love that. It's a great strop. Brings my knives to a great shimmer. Now, this is my new one that I've just made. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. This will now go anywhere. But this is the one that I have had down by my chair. This is the one at night time that I'll bring out and just sit in the chair and strop knives. Pick a few up every night and strop a few just to keep them going. And I use blue Smurf poo on this, but I use the paste. I love it. You'll find it goes very shiny, but you just top it up by putting the paste on and rubbing it in. Again, I don't know whether it's any better. I just know this one here I like for the final polish. It's very, very fine, so that would be at night time, and that'll bring a real good lustre after I've normally stropped it when I'm sitting up at the workstation. Now, I have separate bags. My wife made me these jean bags. I have a wee leather bag for this one, but I made this strop yesterday, and the reason my wife made me this lovely wee strop for it, I wanted a bigger strop. Jeff Jewell on his channel, when he finishes, he strops and he uses white compound. I've had this for a long time. My friend from Dublin sent it up to me. He uses the white, and this is just like any white compound. You just put it on the strop and strop your knife. So I made this. This is just a bit of wood that I found. There's a neighbour doing some work in the garden. It's not even cut straight. It's just a bit of wood. I carved the handle a bit, just so it gives me something nice to hold on to. And I made it a bit longer to see if that makes any difference when I'm doing an initial stropping after I sharpen. So this is it. You must cover your strops up though, because you don't want them to, the grits to get in the different ones, so they tell me. I don't know why, but anyway, this is the knife. This is I'm just about to do the review on this, probably straight after this. But I've just blunted that on my CC4. This has still got the factory edge on it. I haven't resharpened this. I won't do it until after I do the review. It's normally razor sharp. It is not razor sharp. It's just as if I'd done a day's work, maybe more than a day's work. But I just want to show you how to do it. So there's my strop. I can just simply hold it. I start up here and I copy Jeff Jewell on everything I do. So I start at the tip, lay it down nicely. I come down with the tip and then I go up and follow it all the way down. Lift it up, tip down, get it in the right position there, follow it all the way up. Tip down, up, across and down. Tip down, there we go. Now, all I used to make this with was a leather belt. Jeff likes a firm base, so I thought, well, I'll try that, because these other two are not. Well, I suppose one of them is firm, but so just a firm leather belt. Now, this was a good leather belt. It was the buckle that broke. There was nothing wrong with the leather. But what I'd done, this is a smooth side, and I got a bit of sandpaper and just roughed it up before I put the white compound on it. So with stropping, this to me is one of the most pleasurable things you can do, because you get nearly instantaneous results and you don't have to work too hard to get it. So I'm just going to give it another couple of wee strops, and like Jeff says, about 10 times on each side, And that's usually about right for me as well. But saying that, sometimes if it's a knife and I'm trying to just increase its luster, I'll just do more. Now this white compound, I have no idea what the microns now. I'm not really into all that. I just want my knife to be sharp, and if it looks pretty, that's a bonus. But the important part is that it's sharp. Now maybe my higher end knives like this one, I will take it to the Lansky and I'll do a reprofile and have it down to 17 degrees on the Lansky, because that's what I like most of my knives at, especially my higher end. The likes of my Ganzos, I just sharpen them freehand and use the strop, and that does them. That's quite happy with that, because they're just work knives. They're not something that I want. I hope you're seeing that. It's very relaxing. I've probably done more than 10. I just sit there and I enjoy doing it. I get carried away. A little cloth just to take the compound off the end of it. Give it a nice little scrub down, and even I can see the luster looks okay. Let's just see whether it's made any difference. Same bit of paper, that's where it struggled to cut. Same angle. You see right down to the tip. Oh. So, that's all you do. It's not a complicated procedure. It's not something you have to worry about. All I'll do is maybe just do that again. I'll do this here, and then at night time, again, what I do, I just sit, and I'll do it again with my other strop on the blue Smurf, and it tends to give me that really high shine. But I would say one strop would do. I'm only doing it because I have the stuff here. I'd always use Smurf poo until I got that green one of Jeff, and then my mate from Dublin sent me up the white, and I thought, well, you have to try all these things, because it's fun, because, don't let these things become a chore. If they're a chore, oh, look at that now. There you are. Look at that. That is perfect. This is 20 CV. So, that was dulled on that. And you've seen what it was like, but it just brings it back to great sharpness, and I don't have to get the sharpening gear out. I can sit and strop it at my leisure. So, hope that made sense. I hope that, and making a little strop yourself. This strop is no less a strop than this strop. And this cost, I don't know what they cost. Probably about £20 here. I don't know, $20, $25. Nothing. Nothing at all except an old belt. And make sure you have an old leather belt that's got no stitching in it. It has to be a proper straight leather belt. I just used, would you believe, wood glue to glue that onto there. You can still see the wood glue there where it came out. And then I just stripped it with a Stanley knife, and just, that was it. So there it's done. Great strop. You've just seen it working. That's all it has to do. It just has to work. It doesn't have to look as pretty as this. It just has to be a strop, and you just have to enjoy doing it. But when you see the results at the end of your day when your knife, and you can do that, that's why stropping is so good and keeps your knife in tip-top condition. Now, I'm away. Lesson over. Night night. Cup of tea time. Bye.